what's up, my little tattletales? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Kim Kardashian, oof, it looks like that legal team you had didn't do much good because justice has prevailed. Listen, as you guys know, the Kardashians have often been accused of using their money to literally go around and thwart justice. Meaning, yeah, the people sue them might be right, but they can't get adequate legal representation that can go against these powerhouse attorneys that they have. They have been accused of bullying people into being quiet and accepting mistreatment because people can't afford to actually have their case heard in court. Well, baby, it's a new day because I don't know whether these people actually got a lawyer that is better than Marty Singer, or at the end of the day, their case was so strong, it is undeniable. However, these 7 housekeepers who sued Kim over alleged unpaid wages and meal breaks, baby, they've been vindicated. They've been vindicated, and it looks like they got a cute coin for doing it. Shout out to justice. Let me just say this. This doesn't matter whether this is Kim, Jeff Bezos, or even somebody that just lives down the street. The fact that you have people, right, in your house cleaning, doing the basics so that you can actually do better, and you don't want to pay them, and you don't want to give them meal breaks, and when they come to you and tell you what's going on, you literally fire them and then said, oh, well, like, I'm not in charge of payment. Baby, you are the ultimate employer, and you will be held liable. Shout out to the state of California for doing their job. And get this. Kim Kardashian reached a deal with 7 housekeepers. There were 7 people on her. She is literally turning into the real life Cruella DeVille. There are 7 people on her staff that she literally was just like, yeah, I'm not going to pay you and y'all can't eat either. Imagine that. She literally had the day shift at Taco Bell working for her, and she didn't want to pay them. They said she is, according to Kim, a billionaire. According to anyone that can count, she is definitely 100 millionaire. Do you know how much money that is? Do you know how little it is? These are people that you have cleaning up after you, helping you with your children. Anyway, they said she reached a deal with 7 housekeepers who sued her over alleged unpaid wages and failing to give them proper breaks. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, shout out on Radar Online. One thing for certain, 2 things for sure. Radar Online is going to find those court documents. I bet you they have somebody right there at the court. Every time somebody walks in, they're just like, every 2 minutes, paying to do a search on everybody's name in California. Anyway, they said Kim and her housekeepers hashed out a private agreement to end their battle. Now, you know it must have been bad because usually whenever there are settlements, the way you can tell if there's a settlement is usually the agreement of the settlement is confidential. They don't want people to know they settled because at the end of the day, Kim and them are worried about other people getting the BA, getting to go after them. So what you want to make it seem like is, oh, the people just abandoned their case. But oftentimes what a settlement looks like is the person suing you will magically be like, we're going to withdraw the case. That's usually a sign that some settlement occurred if they had a strong case. A lot of legal experts said, giving the information, it looked like it was a strong case. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, but they said it looked like it was a strong case. Anyway, they said back in 2021, Andrew Ramirez and 6 other employees sued the reality star in Los Angeles Superior Court. Now, you remember around that time, they were like, oh, they're just money seekers. They just want attention. How dare they question Kim's integrity? In the suit, the housekeepers said they were hired to work at Kardashian's mansion in Hidden Hills. The employees said they were promised full-time jobs with benefits, only to be labeled independent contractors who received no benefits. That's what they were hired as. And then when they got their first check, they were like, what is this? And they were like, if you don't like it, you can go. That's not the way things work in the USA, right? In addition, Ramirez and the staff said they were not provided the proper meal breaks. They were not provided pay stubs. So they were paying these people illegally, and they were not properly reimbursed for expenses. So Kim had these people going into their pocket to clean up, buy cleaning products, do all this stuff. Anyway, Ramirez's son, Andrew Jr., claimed he was allowed to work for a Kardashian while underage. Again, I will say that being a billionaire is morally reprehensible, and ethically disgusting. You cannot accumulate that much money without exploiting the labor of others. Kim denied she was responsible for the situation. She claimed to have hired the team through a third-party company, and she pointed the finger at them for any issues. After the lawsuit was filed, a rep for Kim said that Kim was not responsible for how the vendor manages their business and agreements. Listen, they made these agreements directly with the staff. The rep said Kim also had paid the third-party company and hopes that the issue between these workers and the vendor who hired them can be amicably resolved. Kim was unsuccessful in her attempts to have the case dismissed. See, here's the problem, right? Back in July, Kim and the Housekeepers agreed to call off the scheduled trial to work on a settlement. The filing read, the parties in this matter have entered into settlement discussions and have agreed to mediate the matter. Now, Kim, Ramirez, and the other defendants have informed the court that they've reached an agreement in principle to resolve the action. The Housekeepers said they will file a dismissal of the action within 60 days. The court battle, you have to understand, was extremely contentious, with the Housekeepers having called Kim out for not filling out paperwork in court. This is how above the law Kim thought she was. Okay. The employees accused her of allowing her estate manager to answer questions for her instead of doing the work herself. If you guys don't understand why that's so crazy, because Kim and them thought that they were messing with a bunch of dummies and they thought they could do some legal maneuvering. Because what happens is they were at where Kim messed up was the employers actually had the cojones to approach Kim and be like, yo, we're not getting paid. We're being mistreated. Did you know that the third party vendor is doing this to us? Kim, instead of doing anything about it, instead of investigating, instead of doing anything, she fired them for dare coming to speak to her. Once you have evidence that you are involved in some way with a crime, it is, and you have a fiscal responsibility, and it is your responsibility to investigate. You have a fiscal responsibility, and also there is an employee-employee relationship. The fact that you knew this, okay, I'm skipping over a lot of law, but I'm condensing it. The fact that you knew what were made aware, and instead of investigating these claims at all, you fired the people making those claims at you. Kim actually hooked herself and made her liable. Had she actually done a good thing and just looked into it, even if she looked into it and she's like, hey, they say you're cheating them. Is this true? And they were like, we're not. She would have been off of liability. On top of that, then they gave her this paperwork that Kim was supposed to look into. And the paperwork was a questionnaire. The questionnaire was something that it's basically like giving sworn testimony. Were you aware? When you were, there was a whole bunch of questions. Kim had to answer that because it was kind of like testimony and could be used for her benefit or against her. But Kim's attorney thought they were so smart and said, oh, I'll have my estate manager fill it out. Why did they think they were so smart? Because if the estate manager filled something out and the court accepted it, then Kim has her narrative out there. If the court says, if the other defense can show this is a lie, Kim could say, oh my God, I can't believe my estate manager would lie. Okay, I'll give a statement. They thought they were doing shrewd legal maneuvering, but they had an attorney that was just like, if you don't get the hell out of here with this mess. Anyway, right? At one point, employees even demanded Kim be sanctioned for her actions. That's how outrageous what she tried to do was. Now, Radar did first report that an ex-assistant for Chloe recently dropped his lawsuit against Chloe, who accused her of being a nightmare boss. Again, I wonder if Chloe settled with that. Let me know if you want me to do a video about that. But again, we all know the people posting Bible verses every day. Yeah, we already know what time they're on. Anyway, y'all, congratulations to the 7 housekeepers that sued Kim. Congratulations for having the guts to go against a millionaire, maybe billionaire person to seek justice. And I actually think that there were probably even more people that were subjugated to this, but they didn't have the courage, or maybe they couldn't even afford to step out and take a stand. You know what they say, right? History rewards the brave. Okay. And again, always, if you can, please stand up for your rights. There is vindication. You just got to do it the right way. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.